That thought that I still had was, like, is there kind of any more profit to be made here, right? Like, these family friends have bought this townhome, they've made 100,000 already. How much more is the market going to move up, right? That was a real legitimate question I had back in 2004. Hey, it's Neil from Toronto Condos. So I'm here for the launch of the Distrikt Trailside Condos in Oakville. This is by invite only, and we're getting a sneak peek preview of the project and first access to this amazing project in Oakville. The presentation is about to start. We're going to get an inside scoop and first access to this great project.
A very active developer who has a lot of exciting product that's going to come to the marketplace. Shopping, access to a beautiful lake, and some of the best public and private schools in the GTA. Consistently ranked as a top place to live in the country. Money Sense Magazine 2 years in a row has ranked it the #1 place to live. When we say $690 a square foot, you will have larger units that are $660 to $670 a square foot. You will have smaller units that are in the low 7s a square foot. Again, this is inclusive of a parking spot. The pricing and the opportunity is fantastic. When I told you about this next generation smart living, I want you guys to watch this.
So I want to tell you a story about how I bought my first pre-construction property in Oakville. In 2004 it was, and it was actually a pre-construction townhome that I bought in the western part of Oakville. So back then Oakville was developing, and there was literally nothing around as you went further west towards Burlington. This townhome that I purchased, it was a 3-bedroom townhome, 2.5 baths, about 1,400 square feet. But what led me to the purchase was there was a family friend who had bought a pre-construction townhome in the same area. And we had seen them at an event, and they had mentioned to us, they bought this townhome and it had gone up, in a year it went up like $100,000. And I remember them telling us this story, and I was thinking to myself, I'm like, wow, like 100,000 in like a year, like that's pretty good, right? And it kind of stuck with me. And they told me the story, and they ended up selling the townhouse. Shortly thereafter, they made a profit and then kind of moved on. Kind of stuck with me because I was at the point where I finished university and wanting to kind of figure out what I do next. Do I go to law school? Do I go to business school? What do I do? But hearing that they made $100,000 in a year, I'm like, okay, wow, like this is something to look into. So what I did was I took about a year. It was a year when I researched the market in Oakville, and I literally drove around on Dundas, back and forth along Dundas, because there was developments coming up really everywhere at that time. So I was doing my due diligence, I was doing my research, I was trying to understand the pre-construction market and look to see what opportunities there were in Oakville. And when I did my research, I went into different sales offices. I spoke to the different sales reps that were representing the developers with respect to their development. I think what caught my eye about the developer that I purchased with my pre-construction townhome in Oakville was I think it was the price point. Probably it was the price point and their available inventory. They had available units, and it was at a decent price. Back then, I paid sit down if you're not sitting down already.
I paid $250,000 for a 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath townhome in Oakville.
So that was the price I paid. They had the availability. It was a pretty straightforward process at the sales center. The market being very different back then than it is now, I put down $15,000 as a deposit towards this purchase, signed the papers, and my parents actually came in to co-sign for me because I wasn't able to get the mortgage just under my name, because I had just started out in the workforce and couldn't get the mortgage required for the property. So that was absolutely crucial and very helpful, that they were able to do that for me. So that's what we did. We signed for it. I took a year of research going back and forth. This one made sense. The pricing was good. The location was good. And it was in the same area again where this family friend had bought their townhome. And I remember buying it at the time, that thought that I still had was, is there kind of any more profit to be made here, right? Like, these family friends have bought this townhome, they've made $100,000 already. How much more is the market going to move up, right? That was a real legitimate question I had back in 2004. Kind of, maybe slightly worried. Am I making the right decision? Is this property going to go up in value? These people that we know have already made money with regards to the rising market. How much more money is there to be made in this market? Now, fast forward, we're in 2019, and we all know the reality of the marketplace now, and how much that property has gone up, in value. So it was a process again where I researched the market, I had to understand the market, and then I felt comfortable at that time signing for the property. And when I say comfortable, with an asterisk, the reality is, no matter who you talk to, is you're never 100% comfortable when you're signing a big ticket item. It's human nature to be nervous, apprehensive, and feel that, you're making the wrong decision. It's human nature, but it's important to kind of pull the trigger and actually do it, because the flip side is, if you don't do it, then you fast forward 15 years later, and the same townhome is $750,000, $800,000. So it's a dramatic change. That's the story of how I bought my first pre-construction property in Oakville. And it kind of links back into Distrikt Trailside, we were talking about here, because Distrikt Trailside is in that area of Oakville now that is booming. There's development happening. There's young families coming in. There's income coming in. There's schools coming in. It's a huge parcel of land. And when I say parcel, that's not even accurate. It's 1/3 of the land of Oakville that's being developed north of Dundas. So there's tremendous opportunity for people to continue to purchase in Oakville, in a rising market, in a proven market where we have seen significant growth over time. And now with the emergence of all the major developers north of Dundas, we've got District Development, we've got Mattamy, we've got Rosehaven, Great Gulf. There's so many major developers that are developing north of Dundas, that there's huge opportunity there. So coming back to Distrikt Trailside, it's a project that I see people are going to benefit. People are going to make money in the rising Oakville market. It's an affordable option where it's in a growing part of the town. You can't lose out, especially for an end user or investor who's looking to purchase and hold long term. If it's the investor, purchase, hold long term. That's always the strategy that we talk about, long term buy and hold, or even for the end user, somebody who's looking to purchase an affordable option and live in a good community. Distrikt Trailside marks all of those boxes. So there you have it. The Distrikt Trailside presentation has completed. We've got first access to this great condo launch. For anyone interested, we're going to leave details for you, but make sure that you submit your worksheet so we can get you your top selection at Distrikt Trailside. We're really excited for this project in Oakville, and we have first access. So for anyone interested, be sure to follow our instructions in order to get your top selection for units at this fantastic condo launch in Oakville. Want to share that story with you with regards to my first pre-construction property. It was purchased in Oakville and not very far away from where Distrikt Trailside is going up. If you have any questions with regards to Distrikt Trailside, or if you'd like to book a unit, please let us know. We're always happy to help. just feel free to get in touch via email, text, call, and we will answer your question. Thanks very much.